So there's been a rumor that the PlayStation 6, obviously they're in development on PlayStation 6, but there's been a rumor saying that there's actually going to be two PlayStation 6s coming out. A normal PlayStation 6, like what you would normally expect from PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and a portable PlayStation 6. However, the reports of this portable PlayStation 6 don't actually sound much like a PlayStation 6, because supposedly the power is going to be somewhere between a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. So it's actually going to be less powerful than your base PS5. So what kind of a PS6 is going to be less powerful than a base PS5? Which has me thinking it's probably not an actual PS6. Like the person in the leak just called it a PS6 because the whole leak was about PS6, and so they're like, okay, well, if one's a PS6, the other one's a PS6. But to me, it sounds more like maybe they're going to go with a PS6 and then a portable PS5 releasing around the same time. So it's supposed to release roughly the same time as the PS6. So possibly 2028 looks like the window that we're going to be looking at now. And it, in theory, should be able to play PS5 games, though at lower settings than the PS5. So, maybe a lower resolution, or lower res textures, that sort of thing. So it's kind of like and maybe instead of a PS5 Pro, think of it as a portable PS5 Lite. So maybe that's going to be a thing in the future instead of the PS5 Pro, the PS5 Lite. But because yeah, when they said that this is going to be a PS6, to me that was really worrying, because I'm like, okay, we can see the problem that Xbox has been having with the Xbox Series S, where you have to have everything be able to run on both systems. And because of that, it does make some problems when people are struggling. They make a game for the more powerful system, and then they're like, okay, well, how do we pare it down? They're not making it for the lower level system, and then how can we enhance it, right? They want to get the most power out of it, and then they have to figure out how to squeeze it into this less powerful system. So if you had a PS6 and then you had a portable PS6, you're going to have that same problem where people who buy the PS6 are going to want games that are designed for the PS6, but then you're going to have to pare those down, and that can cause problems. So I was like, that to me feels like a really bad idea. You should just focus on the PS6, I think, or the base PS6. But making a portable PS5 does make some sense. Because then a lot of people's PS5s are getting older, especially if you're somebody like me who got the PS5 on release. It has a huge library. I'm sure you probably have a backlog of games that you have yet to play. So if you had a portable version of your PS5, or people who haven't gotten PS5s yet, now there's a portable version of it, because PS4 has, I think only now we're starting to see games not releasing for PS4 fairly regularly. So so it does look like it might be a portable PS5. However, there is also the possibility that it could be a new PSP or PS Vita, successor. So it could be an entirely new system on its own. So let us know in the comments what you think. Would you prefer that it is a portable PS5, or would you prefer that it is its own system, like a PS Vita, and has its own library of games and that sort of thing? So that would be interesting. I mean, if it's a weaker PS5, I'm sure it could definitely play the whole PS4 library on it. So, but yeah, that'd be kind of interesting to see. However, we might be getting more. I don't think we're going to be getting any more news on this because, this is rumors and this is very, very early on. But we might be getting some PlayStation news because it looks like there's a rumored PlayStation showcase coming next month. So the last PlayStation showcase was May 2023, and the previous one was September 2021. So it's been 2 years since the previous PlayStation showcase, and it was 2 years, or a little less than 2 years, between that one and the previous one. So we are kind of needing one. It's been a while. And this is to say, a PlayStation showcase is different from a PlayStation State of Play. A State of Play might just show you a few trailers. It might, show you some updates on other games, like maybe some, trailers of games that we already know. There might be a few announcements, but it's much smaller. PlayStation Showcase is a much bigger event. So, there are rumors that there's going to be a PlayStation Showcase in May next month. So, I'm sure we'll get, if it does come, I'm sure we're going to get something on Ghost of 𝙂𝙧. Seeing as that's going to be launching later this year, probably going to get a release date because we don't have that yet. I'm sure we will probably see something on Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. Hopefully we might see something on the Horizon multiplayer game. I'm really looking forward to that. I know not everybody's super thrilled, but I'm really looking forward to that. Maybe Pragmata, that kind of pops up here and there, Maybe Little Devil Inside. I'm not crossing my fingers, but you know me. I've been I'm very much team Little Devil Inside. So I really hope this game does see the light of day someday, and it isn't just a running joke on myself. So we'll see that. But yeah, and we of course there could also be some new IPs or new entries for older franchises. I would love to see a new Infamous, but seeing as Naughty Dog is currently working on what is it, the Intergalactic, I don't think we're going to be getting that. Or no, that's Sucker Punch that does that. They're working on Ghost of Yotei. So yeah, actually, if Ghost of Yotei is coming to a close, maybe Sucker Punch is working on a new Infamous. That would be awesome. If that's their next project. So something like that would be really really cool. But yeah, let us know. Which would you prefer, a PS5 portable or a PlayStation Portable 2, PlayStation Vita 2? Or yeah, and what kind of price would you expect for this? Are we expecting $450 like a Switch level price? Or are we expecting higher? Are we expecting lower? What can we expect from this coming up? So let us know in the comments what you guys think.